Hey everyone, welcome to DarkMatch. This is Tifus.
Oh, I'm No Leaf Clover.
I'm Christopher Says DarkMatch is Mastodon of the Monotone.
And I am your foxy friend Backlash, and it's time once again, finally, for What is Iron Sheik Tweeting Now?
Jesus.
If you don't buy my fucking feminist cassette, you'll go fuck yourself in the ass. So you all go out and buy it.
Apparently, Sheiky Baby has some friends who made an album. If we don't buy it, we're all horrible, horrible people.
Not friends, family. He's promoting a family cassette by telling people to fuck themselves in the ass.
No, not to fuck themselves in the ass, that he's going to fuck them in the ass.
Yeah. That's a very distinct difference.
I thought you said go fuck yourself.
No.
Needless to say, somebody's getting fucked.
Yeah.
In the ass.
But speaking of former champions, tonight we're going to talk about WWE's latest pay-per-view Night of Champions, and there are a lot of mixed, leaning towards disappointed reactions coming out of this pay-per-view. Some of which I disagree with, some of which I agree with, and we'll kind of get to it. But needless to say, this was a weird night.
Yeah.
If we could suffice it in any way.
Very weird.
I think between this and TNA's last pay-per-view being actually pretty good, we're in Bizarro land.
Clearly.
Yeah.
The WWE did go to Canada. Apparently they washed some of that shit back.
I think it has to do with the time of the year. You know, it's getting a little bit colder outside. The birds are starting to fly south. The leaves are changing. And WWE's pay-per-views suck on TNA.
John Madden. Sorry. Well, they weren't actually in Canada. They were in Canada Junior, a.k.a. Buffalo.
Yeah, that's pretty much Canada.
That's Canada.
That's so much Canada that the Bills actually play a game a year in Canada.
But yeah,
and nobody cares because it's the Bills.
They're actually 2-0 right now, just like my fucking Reds.
It's 2 games in a 16-game season.
I'm sorry, who the fuck got blown? I'm sorry, didn't fucking OSU just?
Hey, whoa,
Harris?
We're talking about wrestling here, football boy.
I'm just saying.
You talk about your Ravens way too much on the show.
Yeah, this is why the Raw is getting only a 2-7.
Yeah.
But yeah, every title is going to be defended tonight, beyond like the big main event, like some like different kind of disputes that don't need to involve titles. But we start out with our tag match, Miz and R-Truth versus Air Boom, and the strangeness of the night begins right now.
It begins the minute Evan Bourne steps out from backstage
in those fucking pants
with those boots.
Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing. I like it when tag teams have matching outfits because I don't, if you're going to be a tag team, looks like a tag team. But Jesus Christ, they couldn't go with sky blue? Really? What if
they had to go with
Evan has red tights. Why not just let him wear red?
No, because it'd be like a Christmas tag team, and nobody wants that.
They has red tights.
They had to go with the lime green with the citrus orange red-ish print, and
it was basically fruit punch colored.
Yeah, they gave the guys new tights, but for some reason they didn't give Evan Bourne new boots. So
yeah, the colors kind of run on Evan.
Yeah,
man.
Unlike John Cena.
It was a distracting eyesore. I mean, not like any of us have a flair for fashion or anything, but it's pretty bad when at a wrestling match everyone's always just like, man, look at that guy's pants.
Well, I noticed that we do that a lot. We talk about people's fucking ring attire a lot.
It is aesthetics.
Well, yeah, it is aesthetics, but like we better quit it before I start talking about Rule 63.
Whoa.
Okay, you've been bugging us enough with that before the show started. We don't need to go there.
No.
I've seen things about The Miz you don't want to see.
My brain, it needs the bleach.
Apparently, Christian is Amy Poehler's long-lost twin brother.
Yeah. Sister. But,
no, brother.
Sister. But, basically, like,
dumbass.
Same time though, they work a good match. Like these two teams, they have good enough chemistry with them, and this is one of the few tag feuds that has been built up. Probably the best one since Usos versus the Hart Dynasty, if that actually says anything.
Wow.
Yeah. That.
Not only was that long ago, that was not a particularly interesting feud either.
Yeah, that's where we're at.
It's the most exciting thing since the division was not really all that exciting.
If I could say something, it's basically the tag team division in WWE is pretty much WWE's TNA, where they're just starting to get to the point where it's like, okay, they might be trying something.
You do realize the comparison you just made is like, and this is the most life on Earth since before life on Earth.
Well, you mentioned TNA. Well, no, I'm not even going to get into that, but I actually find it a bit amusing. While this was a good match, I find it amusing that most of the interesting parts of this match are happening later in the night.
Yeah. There's that.
But
that's what they call a teaser in show business, and something that pisses wrestling fans off and every other thing.
Epic foreshadowing.
Yeah.
But towards the beginning, both doing all right. Like Bourne and Kofi had the advantage. Like they were doing their high flying spots, except one where Miz and Truth were on the outside and they do like a double dive, which looked like it was one of those kind of things where like, okay, we're gonna set up. Okay, now we're
so there's a reason if you don't finish him in so much time in Mortal Kombat, they just die.
Yeah. They just slump down.
Because it looks stupid after a while, just standing there groggy.
Towards the middle of the match, Truth and Miz isolate Bourne, and like we pretty much figured, anyone could tell you he's the Morton of the tag team. He's the one who gets the hot tag to Kofi. So they're pretty much tagging each other and beating Bourne down throughout the entire thing. He dodges a skull crushing finale. Finally gets the tag, and Kofi just unloads on the Miz, culminating in an SOS for a near fall.
Seven was the one that takes the beating. He's the smaller one. He's the bigger underdog.
Yeah. But yeah, and now pretty much Kofi's being picked apart. Miz does that great leg drawback DDT, which looked particularly effective tonight. They were isolating Kofi, and in the midst of the match, when the ref is distracted, Bourne slaps his hands together as if a tag occurred, so that okay, the ref hears it, and Evan's now the legal man.
Wasn't that part of the weird psychology of this match? That there were times during this match where the faces did distinctly heel type of things, while the heels,
I don't get it. I'm still confused from later on in the night.
Yeah, and basically, the whole thing leading up to the finish was that, Bourne misses the shooting star press, Truth comes in, and the ref starts arguing with him. Miz hits the skull-crushing finale and pins him, but the ref's still arguing. And, he's got him down, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But once the ref finally turns around, we get a kick out. As soon as the Miz realizes this, he pretty much just wails on Bourne and gets a DQ based on missing the 5 count, being too aggressive. And here we have a finish where the DQ favors Air Boom. They win the title, but Miz and Truth have legitimate claims to being screwed.
I think more so by the ref than anything else.
Yeah, they basically do so. Miz pushes the ref down after the match, being pissed off. Truth kind of makes as if he's gonna
trying to talk
Miz over and kind of help the ref recover. But then he slaps him down, and that the way he turned was really good both ways. He could play both roles very well. But they cut a promo straight after saying about how much bullshit it has been since Triple H is COO, but that may not remain after tonight's main event.
Spoiler warning. It's probably not as good as you think it is.
No.
But it was a good match. It just had weird psychology.
Yeah.
It's the whole fucking night seemed like it had weird psychology.
I mean, at best, weird, at worst, infuriating. But next match, Ted DiBiase versus Cody Rhodes for the Intercontinental Championship. See,
that's okay. That's the most common botch.
See, I don't want to fall into Scott Steiner territory where I call the championship a champion and the champion the championship. But would you guys agree with me that, like, going into this match, there was no reason for them to fucking have it this soon? Like, maybe Cody Rhodes could have wrestled some other kind of face on that show.
Yeah, it was rather rushed.
I honestly think they should have. I mean, they needed to book this match sooner than the week before. Obviously, I hate that. I hate it when they do that. But I don't have a problem if this continues, like, through Hell in a Cell.
Now, the problem was, the gimmick of Night of Champions is that every single title has to be defended, and probably the week before the pay-per-view, they're like, oh shit, we didn't book an Intercontinental title match.
I mean, they were building the feud. Ted and DiBiase had issues. It was just that this was the first week that Ted had come back.
It's like, kill me, but I wouldn't mind if they even fucking fed Daniel Bryan to him to job once again.
Was there a U.S. title match? I don't even remember.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that in a bit.
Okay.
But yeah,
this whole pay-per-view is just a big blur of confusion.
Yeah. But like I said, they could have given him a Sheamus. That would have a win over him would have elevated the fuck out of him. Could have given him Daniel Bryan, who himself worked a dark match, winning against Heath Slater for obvious reasons.
Could have given him Sin
Cara.
Cara.
Those reasons that Heath sucks.
Yeah.
They could have given him Sin Cara and have another confrontation between the two Sin Caras.
Yeah, I mean they could have highlighted one, but then again that kind of, like, if they're trying to build up the Intercontinental title, then like to have like another feud kind of barge in on it is.
Yeah.
That's like, I mean, like there are a few faces that they could have used on SmackDown not being used during the night, and like why blow it off so soon? But nonetheless, we have another well-worked match.
Yeah. Give Yoshitatsu some FaceTime in his new gimmick.
Yeah, I mean,
Tatsu has a new gimmick.
Yeah, he's like a half Muda or something.
Yeah.
Not really. He just has like.
That means he's only profusely bleeding half the time.
Yeah. He has like half face paint. I forgot what the kanji on his face means.
Yeah, if you haven't seen Yoshitatsu's new look, you gotta check it out. It's pretty badass.
Yeah, it's not bad. But
they'll sell action
figures. This match was pretty good, I think. I mean, for what it was pretty good.
It was an interesting match. It's just not an interesting story.
And also, it really didn't benefit DiBiase whatsoever.
Oh, it didn't.
Beyond like him throwing a spinebuster and Michael Cole calling it a sidewalk slam, which that's about the catch-all he has for any move that he doesn't know what to call. What happens?
Oh my God! He hit him with the sidewalk slam. Cole, that was a clothesline. Sidewalk slam.
Cole, that's a sharpshooter.
Like the deal with this is that like they're kind of going back and forth. They know each other very well. Ted like has him in some kind of like headlock, and he eventually takes off his mask. Because like he'd figure Cody would be distracted by the entire thing. Although
it's like Samson and his hair. Without the mask, he has no powers.
That's the theory anyway.
But he's about to swing it at Cody, but Cody just rolls on the fuck up and gets the 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
And on the replay, like Lawler was saying, like he got a handful of tights. He pulled his tights. That was bullshit. It wasn't that clear even from the replay.
And who really cares about that anyway?
It's annoying because it was kind of clear that it was clear that he was trying to grab the tights, but he just didn't have his hands like in the right position, I guess, to grab the tights.
Yeah, it was just.
I mean,
a lame claim right there for the end of that match.
It's just another thing to add into the whole weirdness of this night.
And it also adds into Ted DiBiase's like waning career. He might join his brother Brett in FCW as a ref. Fuck.
Well, good
Wait,
lord.
is his brother Brett a ref?
And like I'd say second to Brett DiBiase's a ref now.
He didn't want to take the injuries. So
yeah, it sucks. He was even on fucking WWE TV for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, but
yeah.
This is just another example of Ted DiBiase just not being able to really catch attention.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I mean, I liked what they did with him on SmackDown. I thought that was fine.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
like,
that was good.
And I'm like second to only Heath Slater. Like I'm very dismissive of Ted DiBiase's work, but if they're gonna like give him a chance, then like I want to see them give him a chance and see how it plays out.
Yeah, it was like everyone complains that he's not that interesting. I just don't think he's really had that moment to really be that breakout star that everyone expected of him.
Because he's had those moments. I will say that I feel like he's had moments where you're like, well, he should be doing far more stuff than he is. It just doesn't happen that way. They have been trying to push him. I will say that. He just doesn't get over because he's not, great.
Well, part of the problem with him is that like the way he cuts promos, he thinks that like his sort of very chill way of talking is like dismissive and shit, but it really just sounds like he's about to fall asleep.
Yeah, it's the same problem as Randy Orton.
But
more or less.
Like we digress. After the match, Cody is like trying and failing to hide his face, like he's moving his hand away, moving it back, like still playing the entire thing.
Have him take off the mask.
Yeah, it's clear that like he's still delusional about the whole thing, but I think that the sort of gimmick has run its course.
Yeah, enough is enough.
But Christian promo, yay!
Because we need talking art. This really is like a fucking TNA pay-per-view. It's unfucking.
It's boring. It's uninteresting, and the parts that are exciting, they're confusing as shit.
And there's a talking segment on the pay-per-view.
Oh, and speaking of TNA promos, yeah, guess what Christian cuts a promo about? This ain't rhetorical, guys. Guess. I know you saw it, but guess.
Did he talk about boobs?
If only.
Does he talk about what gets more screen time than Jay Lethal?
That would honestly excite the fuck out of me and the rest of us, but nonetheless, no. He talks about getting another title shot. One more match.
He's doing the Anderson gimmick.
And basically, like, it's the hilarity of it though is that like he basically says, the Bills will never win the Super Bowl, but they'll keep getting like something along that lines. And the Buffalo's like, yeah, okay, we know, our team sucks.
They're 2-0.
It's 2 games out of the entire season, No Leaf.
I'm
not going to tell you again.
Here's what I'm saying.
I'm not going to tell you again. 2 games does not mean.
Okay, let me finish. I'm not saying that 2 games.
Probably nothing.
I'm not saying that 2 games isn't important. I'm just saying the day of a win, a really good win against a halfway decent football team, it was kind of a weird time to say it because they had just won in pretty convincing fashion. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. But even though like he starts like it's come on guys, I want to rally, one more match, and they chant because they like Christian, because a lot of them are probably from Toronto. So at that, Sheamus comes out still without the new music, even though they use that in hype packages.
I like it.
You like his what?
I like the music he has now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's too easy to make fun of.
Whatever. But like he's like, I know how I feel, fella. I've been a world champion before, and like he's like, tell you what, I'll rally, I'll join your rally if I'm the first person you fight after you win the title. So he also gets the crowd to chant one more match before bro kicking the hell out of him.
You got faced.
Yeah. Thanks, Eli. We have
wait,
that.
Did you just call me fucking Eli?
Yeah. You took his line.
Fuck you.
I was gonna have to assume that you were. I was gonna have to assume that you weren't being ironic talking it and quoting it.
You didn't have to call me Eli.
Taking at face value. But yeah, here's that U.S. title match that may not have happened.
Yeah, I'm failing to get excited about this.
Jomo versus A-Rai versus Swagger versus Dolph Ziggler. The perennial mid-carders of 2011.
And you know what? This was probably the best match of the night. It was just too short.
Yeah. Morrison pretty much, I mean, again, if it's any indication from him getting pinned for the whole thing, yeah, they're still like not in any effort to elevate him. To Riley's credit, he was able to do his TKO, which they're actually giving him to him these days. But nonetheless, this match is as you'd expect. Like, Morrison hits the spots. Fucking A-Rai is just there to be the random face, and Swagger and Ziggler have their conflict. Even though Vicky doesn't really play much of a role.
Yeah, she's pretty good about not playing favorites between the two.
Yeah, she put up Swagger's foot for the rope, but like other than that, there was nothing.
Yeah.
Much.
Protect your investments.
But nonetheless, like the culmination of this is when eventually Ziggler has Morrison in a sleeper hold, and then Swagger puts Riley in the ankle lock, and the holds are broken. Basically, eventually Riley does the Impaler DDT. Swagger does the ankle lock. Morrison breaks it up, and he gets the gut wrench bomb. He's just about to go for the pin. Like, Morrison's pretty much beat. Ziggler shoves his ass away and gets it instead. God, I love that guy. Like, it was great when fucking Miz did it to win the U.S. title last year. It's just as good with him. It's the perfect way, and of course it's a clean win. So
yeah, Ziggler wins. Ziggler wins again. Probably the best match on the card. Just didn't have enough time.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with Dolph Ziggler, but I just wish like a guy like Morrison or Riley can get a title under their belt, just so they could move up just that little bit.
I mean, I think we all agree that none of us wanted Swagger to win it.
Oh yeah.
No, I think pretty much everyone in the back is like just supporting him and saying, "Hey, you'll be on TV. You're not Zack Ryder." Well, he's on TV now. But he's like, you won't be treated like Yoshitatsu. You'll be on TV. You'll be in some kind of feud that will highlight a little. Here's your money. Just don't think you're gonna win any titles anytime soon.
Yeah.
It's like he's gonna have to pull some CM Punk shit to do that, and you can't do that without being booked to do something like that first. But backstage interview, Josh Matthews and Mark Henry, and Mark Henry says after 15 years of frustration, he's going to take every bit of that out on Randy Orton. And like, as soon as I win, Josh, you come out to interview me and you get to join the Hall of Fame and stuff like that. Vicky cuts a promo celebrating Ziggler's victory. Everyone wants her to hire him, and she basically kisses Matt Striker after saying like she'd be a great COO if Triple H stepped down. Of course, I'll refer you to that Andy Samberg gif.
Which one?
for Matt Striker's reaction, the jizz in my pants.
Okay.
I actually, this was amusing when I found it out. WWE was doing this potential people who could step up to COO if Triple H loses. And they were listing all these people, like they've got Laurinaitis up there. They even have Nash up there and stuff. But one of the people who could have stepped up was Zack Ryder.
That would be awesome.
Yes, it would.
I would watch that shit.
See, that would be a case of basically having it go the Mick Foley way, where he's just so endearingly fucking likable that like him as the commissioner is like gold, and then of course they bring in someone as good a heel as William Regal to just completely wipe that shit away. Good memories.
Yeah.
Mark Henry versus Randy Orton.
I don't want to talk about this match.
Oh boy. One thing to note about this: Randy Orton not once hit the RKO. So
that was the story they're trying to say. Like, you can't hit the RKO on a guy like Mark Henry, but
hasn't he hit it on him before?
I'm pretty sure he has.
I mean, if you can hit the drape DDT, if you could hit the IE DDT on him, then you could pretty much, then he could do anything to him.
Yeah.
And he hit the IE DDT. I didn't have much of, I mean, like, this match was exactly as you expected. I've probably said time and again that, like, Randy Orton's about as good as who he's working with.
And when you're working with a guy like Mark Henry, that's not very good.
But nonetheless, they didn't try anything stupid. It was as slow-paced as it needed to be. And after Randy Orton's been struggling, like, Mark Henry's been working on his leg, he tries to hit that RKO, that, like, final RKO. Mark Henry pushes him down, hits the world's strongest slam. This would be the second time in the night he did. Pins him clean. 1, 2, 3. New champion.
Oh, God, why? I mean, I know why. Because it's like a thank you, Mark Henry, for being here for 15 years. I understand why. I just do not give a fuck. I do not want this guy as fucking as World Heavyweight Champion.
I don't want this guy on my television. This big, sweaty, goddamn, zero charisma, zero talent, waste of space on my fucking television anymore. I'm sick of it. Ugh. This hurts my head.
Mark Henry is the World Heavyweight Champion. That doesn't even sound right. And I know people think we're being party poopers, and I can already tell people are going to say that. And I know people like Mark Henry, but I just...
He's
just going to lose the title in a month anyway, so what's the point?
Well, do you guys remember the reactions? That they panned across the crowd and they showed the reactions?
Was it all blank stares of indifference?
The reaction was pretty much, what?
No, yeah, it was downright confused. Actually, there were some people sharing. That much is true.
So yeah, he does have his fans, but I'm just sick of looking at this guy. I'm sick of listening to this guy.
It'll probably be even shorter than Kane's, because they don't have anyone for him to feud with. Like, I mean, if they really do like the whole thing of like he'll have the title until WrestleMania to wrestle Daniel Bryan.
Well, that's going to be even sad, because it's not likely that Daniel Bryan is planning on winning.
Oh, if Mark Henry holds the title till WrestleMania, then fuck yeah, Daniel Bryan's winning. Are you kidding?
I hope so.
It's like anyone who thinks he's going to cash in and lose can be assuaged if the situation is Mark Henry as champion at that point. But, yeah, Matt Striker, as promised, comes in the ring, and, like, he's about to congratulate him when Mark grabs the mic and, like, berates the crowd for cheering at him because they didn't believe in him before for the last 15 years. Now they're hoping to join that.
That was the weird part to me. He said, "Don't cheer me, don't cheer me." And the crowd was like, "What? Who was cheering? Who was cheering?" I didn't hear anybody cheering. I don't know. I'm really trying not to be a fucking party pooper with this whole Mark Henry thing, but I don't fucking know.
Well, see, the funny thing is, like, maybe it's because I think the reign will be short, but I'm willing to see where this goes. Like, for some reason, I have less resentfulness towards this than I did for Kane's run last year. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Like, I'm anticipating SmackDown, maybe.
I don't know.
I mean, it's not the worst. I mean, I guess there's worse things that could happen, but I just...
So yeah, welcome to the Mark Henry era, guys.
Oh, God damn it.
We actually have to say those words.
That's fucking depressing.
Yeah, I actually never would have thought that when he went to SmackDown for the draft and turned heel, and it was like, oh, I'm attacking John Cena, easiest way to get heat. But Del Rio and Ricardo Rodriguez are backstage with John Laurinaitis, as if you will.
John Laurinaitis.
He and Booker should be a commentary team.
Oh man, Johnny, how are you feeling tonight? I'm feeling really good, Book. This is gonna be a show for the ages.
If I talk for another 5 minutes, my doctor's gonna prescribe an iron lung.
Oh,
but
we are horrible people.
Oh my God, I'm actually just reading the recap of this promo. Once he beats John Cena tonight, WWE better start showing him some respect.
They only gave you the title.
Yeah, Laurinaitis wishes him good luck, and Punk is around, and he also wishes him good luck, and of course Punk shits on him. Yeah, and he's it was great. Laurinaitis goes like, whenever I wish someone good luck, I mean it, and Punk says, yeah, the best of luck on your future endeavors.
Zing.
Best part of this promo, probably one of the most subtle parts, is that like once Punk walks off, you see John Laurinaitis look at his cell phone.
Subtle.
I said no one else noticed it. It's kind of, I don't know. It's kind of a nice wink. What do you think of it, Tevis?
Tevis.
Uh-oh. Oh, well. Oh, God. We're going to have to talk about the Divas match.
Oh, I don't... what is the point of the Divas division anymore? I know we're skipping ahead, but seriously, why?
We're not skipping ahead. Kelly fucking won again. I don't want to talk... What the hell is the point of talking about the direction of the match?
Here's the match. Kelly came out. Beth Phoenix came out to a pretty good ovation. They had a match. It was okay-ish. Beth loses. The Divas of Doom thing is fucking stupid. Kelly's still champion.
Yeah, and I mean, if you guys didn't hear, there were fucking chants of Kelly sucks. There were boos when she won. Certainly not a fucking...
Why can no one ever win in their fucking hometown? It's pretty much a given that it's
this thing.
Beth is the fucking heel. How's it GP?
Can we please live vicariously through Natalya? Give Natalya the title again, like they gave it to her last year.
What's the point of this Divas of Doom thing? That's what I want to know.
Well, see, the good thing is
it doesn't seem like there's any point at all.
Once again, the good thing about Natalya is that she hasn't been like sort of title match tested against Kelly, so she doesn't have the credibility lack that Beth has right now.
I guess. I'm just over it. I don't want Kelly to be champion. And I was one of the people that was saying like, oh well, I think Kelly is actually better than she's given credit for. And I still think that a little, but I don't want her to be champion anymore. I mean, it's as simple as that. I just don't want her to be champion anymore.
The sad thing is, if they're just so much sticklers for their whole hometown people lose, she's probably just gonna, like, Beth Phoenix is probably just gonna get the belt tonight. Like,
I know.
It is,
and that's better.
And yeah, by the way, it's 8:20 p.m. Eastern as we're talking about this. So when we say tonight, we're referring to the Raw right after.
Yeah.
But
Ron, I thought you did this show live.
We should do a show live one time, just so they can see all the little fuck outs that I take out sometimes.
Yeah, I'll too.
I feel like it.
We go to our WWE title match, John Cena versus Alberto Del Rio. This was probably the best match. Like if not for the business as usual finish where Cena wins the title.
Spoilers.
After only a month of Del Rio holding it, and after so much build up from the vignettes, the incessant vignettes that showed how talented he was at the mic, to the early matches with Mysterio and everyone else, Christian and Edge, show how credible a competitor he was. Like,
Del Rio is probably the most over heel that they have in the company right now.
Beating 8 people in Money in the Bank ladder match, including Rey Mysterio, triumphantly cashing in and like not really, and Cena not having a fucking legitimate claim to challenge him after CM Punk basically said, "It's okay, you did what I did.
It's okay, you did exactly what I did and almost every other Money in the Bank champion did. I'm okay with it. You didn't win that title with honor."
Yeah, I will say one thing about this match. How stupid was it that they had that brief segment where Del Rio comes in angrily to the ring with Ricardo? So I saw this happen and I was like, okay, good. He's not gonna fuck around with the car. He's all business. He wants to win this match. I didn't pick this up while it was going on, but like he's saying to Ricardo, the keys. Where are the keys? It turns out John Cena stole his car.
Because
that's
funny.
behavior.
Yeah, and that's fucking has such a huge fucking point behind it. God, I like again, like number one, it failed because it wasn't clear that that's what they were doing, to the point where I almost thought of it as good psychology on the Booker's part vis-a-vis Del Rio. Like, fuck, man. But yeah, it was still a good match, but like.
It was still a good match, but it's a kind of good match where you're like, yeah, this is okay, but it's not going to end at all the way we want it to.
Yeah. Basically, Del Rio has him in the cross arm breaker, and that doesn't work out. Like, he eventually goes to the ropes. Like, Ricardo Rodriguez plays like a minimal role, like he trips Cena at one point. Doesn't really distracts him a little after that, but
yeah, and then didn't he get kicked out?
Yeah, I believe he did. I believe that was pretty much part of the culmination of the entire thing. Del Rio is eventually locked in an STF in the middle of the ring, and I will at least say that after a good 20 seconds maybe, he taps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But still, he taps.
He taps?
We don't really need to talk about just how much.
Well, we all knew it was going to be happening. Like, birds fly, bears attack people. John Cena wins the WWE Championship.
But it's like they have a pay-per-view in 2 weeks, and then yet another one 3 weeks late after that one. I wouldn't have even minded if it had been at Hell in a Cell, which itself would have still been too short. But
it's the thing that it's the thing they do with Money in the Bank now. They have the person that wins the Money in the Bank win the title, and then they give them a 1 or 2 month reign, and then insert established name star here ends up winning the belt back anyways. The Money in the Bank thing is less yes, this guy finally gets the championship thing, and it's more of a trial balloon. It's more, we're gonna give you the opportunity to be featured on the show and have the championship, and if people actually respond to you, then you might get further opportunities in the future.
Yeah, that's always what I thought of it as, and I have nothing against that, but
the thing is, it's kind of the problem I have with it is that it becomes predictable because there's no mystery as to what's going to be happening. If it happens with every Money in the Bank winner, and it has happened with every Money in the Bank, it happened with Punk twice. where they had him win the belt, and then they gave him 2 months of title defenses, and then he lost the belt. And then he did it again with Jeff Hardy, and he lost the belt right back to Jeff before he won it again. So, give me something new.
Which, to credit his third heavyweight title run, he actually did have a victory over The Undertaker.
Yeah.
That was nice of him.
Yeah. Well, before he lost it, because he got heat. He got heat for calling out WWE on their bullshit. Because they let Cena wear his shorts wherever he wants.
But yeah, Cena's your 10-time champion.
God damn.
Funnily enough, like after the match, he said it never gets old.
Problem on WC?
Yeah, exactly. And if you look at the poster for Hell in a Cell in 2 weeks, it's basically like flames surrounding Cena's mad fucking face. And yeah, that's IWC's picture of hell anyway, so. Yeah, after a good hype package, great one. We finally have our much anticipated no DQ match. CM Punk gets to face up against Triple H.
This match was not as good as I thought it was going to be.
Oh, no, absolutely not. I mean, I know I had my predictions, but... And I was pretty sure that's not the direction they were going to go because I never seem to be right with my predictions, but even so, the whole outcome of this just feels kind of bleh.
Well, not so much bleh. There was a lot to think about, but just not too much to wrap your head.
It's good, but like it leaves nothing for us to work with, really.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it wasn't a bad match. To be honest, I was expecting a lot more from it, and maybe that's just part of my problem was that I was expecting more from it than we got. So maybe that's why I'm disappointed. But it was altogether, it wasn't a horrible match. It was a physical match. It was obviously a match designed to. It was obviously a match designed the way it was, and it was a no DQ match because Hunter isn't in shape. And
we'll also run-ins.
Yeah.
But I think this would have...
When I say Hunter's not in shape, I don't mean to, like, disparage him, like, oh, he's a fat load. It's just he hasn't wrestled since WrestleMania, and obviously it seemed to me like they weren't planning on having him wrestle anyways for a while, so I think that was part of the problem. And then Nash comes in, he's fucking Kevin Nash, and he's out of shape, and there's nothing they can really do about it. So he was kind of forced to wrestle when he didn't really want or need to wrestle. So there's that. It was an okay match. Just the overbooked nature of the fucking finish is what takes what would have been a really good physical intense match. It just makes it fucking goofy.
Yeah, convolutes the fuck out of it. Honestly, like. That's it. Like, that's just it. Like, I think this would have gone down as a great match if not for, like, just the ambiguity, like, the uncertainty and, just the overbookedness of this and of these run-ins.
I think a lot of us were kind of worried about CM Punk getting buried. No, that's not what happened. In fact, I was even kind of worried about a repeat of WrestleMania 19. He took a lot of shit. It took a lot for Triple H to put him down in the end.
Yeah. Didn't it?
If I could also point to one great spot, and this happened right before all the fucked upness, was Punk hits that Savage Elbow. It's through the Spanish announce table on Triple H. That was good.
That was pretty.
He had not been able to hit it for the 2 months that he'd been, or 3, 4, or 5 months that he'd been trying it since Savage's death, and he finally did it. Nice.
Well, he hit it a couple times. He just never did through a table.
But after that happens, in comes Miz and R-Truth. And, we have a skull-crushing finale on Trips while we have our pay dirt on Punk. And here's where it makes sense. They put Punk's arm over Triple H. Okay, they're conspiracy theorists. They think that Triple H, as the COO, is holding him down, so they want to get rid of him, as they alluded to in their promo. Triple H kicks out, nothing they could do about that. And then the Miz gets in the ref's face again.
Then what happened after that? Is that when John Laurinaitis came out? Is that when Johnny Ace came out?
No, but the hilarity is that Miz tried to fucking take a shot at the ref, and then he blocks it and gives him a right. And then they're like, "Fuck you, we're not playing." They just beat him down. Yeah, Laurinaitis comes out, and basically this Punk. At this point, Triple H and Punk get up, and they both throw him out of the ring. Yeah. Triple H hits another pedigree. I believe this is the second one.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, there's no ref. Laurinaitis has been calling for one, but he's also kind of stalling. He's stalling. A ref comes down. Laurinaitis stops him from making the count because, again, Triple H is the one who covers him. And
then Punk gets up and he hits Triple H with the GTS, and then Miz and R-Truth break up the count. And that's about the time when we all said, okay, this is getting fucking stupid.
Yeah, it's pretty much, why did you do that if you wanted Punk to win and he was just about to?
Yeah. And then after that, I'm losing track of all these goddamn run-ins.
But yeah,
I think
Punk hits...
Kevin Nash was next?
Nah, Punk hits Truth with the go to sleep. And basically, Triple H kicks him in pedigree. No, this was the second pedigree. You see what this is, trying to recount all this shit. And he covers him, but Punk fucking kicks out. Second pedigree, Punk kicks out. Smarks. Fucking to eat that. But Laurinaitis begins texting someone. And here comes Kevin Nash. He comes in through the crowd just like in SummerSlam. And Iron Bite, let me take this time to say that you were right. I was stupid to believe that was legit. He was not Future Endeavor. That was probably the first time they've ever put anything up on their website to work the crowd. And no, Bryan Danielson doesn't count.
I think they've done that before.
But, yeah. Nash and Punk give you, a little inkling of what their match would have looked like.
I.e. not good.
Yeah.
Well, doesn't Nash... No, wait, Nash comes in, he beats up Punk, and then he beats up Hunter.
Yeah, he's about to jackknife Triple H, but Punk makes the save. And, and he eventually gets to hit Punk with the jackknife. Ooh. And goes outside and he knocks Triple H down once again. He's about to clear the announce table, but... Oh yeah! Cole lost his voice throughout, even more fucking weird shit done. Jesus. And, Cole's trying to talk him out of it. Booker T tries to talk him out of it, which is kind of funny because those two, probably pretty tight, through TNA, so they pretty much have a newfound friendship. Well, also
yeah.
W. Yeah. But, after all this banter, Nash turns around and Punk sledges him. Triple H sledges him. And, we only read this on the boards afterwards, but apparently, after Nash went down, Michael Cole was writing something down on a piece of paper. He showed it to Lawler. Lawler showed it to, a ringside official. Ringside official went up to Nash, threw up the X.
Oh, boy.
It's sorry we're laughing at your pain, Kevin Nash, but You had self-involved in this capacity anymore. It's Nash.
Yeah.
I wonder what body part.
What body part of his isn't hurt at this point?
Yeah, but Punk's just been good luck bomb. Triple H comes in the ring, pedigrees him, 1, 2, 3, he wins. Still COO. Once again, 3 pedigrees, an STO, a fucking jackknife, and he went down. So no one can legitimately have a problem with the way Punk was booked and called for this.
Oh no.
No. I mean, he did take a lot of punishment before he lost.
And after the match, Triple H is struggling. He gets to his feet. He looks over to Punk, kind of turns away, looks over to Nash, crotch chops in his direction. And I gotta say, I didn't expect, like, we might be wrong about, like, the way the angles are gonna turn out, but this was disappointment of a pay-per-view. Like,
oh yeah,
it just left a bad taste. Where the matches were good, but the booking was, like, either, like, at best confusing, at worst fucking infuriating.
Yeah, this pay-per-view was marred by the booking of its finishes. So many people that should have won, or should have won in a better manner, or should have lost in a better manner, rather. I mean, DiBiase, even if he didn't win, he should have looked better than he did. Kelly should have lost. Kelly should have lost. That's just that. Kelly should have frickin' lost. The main event finish was bad. Del Rio losing the title after a month was bad. This felt like a TNA pay-per-view. We're just sitting there where there's nothing really bad happening, but you're just sitting there going, this would be so much better if just the finishes were a little bit better.
Yeah.
It was weird. I don't know what was going on, but it's just weird.
Well, I think we've all said anything we can about this.
Except for Deacons, who just frickin' disappeared.
Yeah, there must be some problems with that Space Portal Expressway thing that we've relied on for so long.
Let's start fixing it. Where's my hammer?
Who the hell knows? Shit, what the hell happened to you, Tiefus?
You used to be cool, man. Now it's like you can't rely on you and stuff.
But at any rate, I think we're gonna wrap this one up with a good old-fashioned game of what got more screen time than Zack Ryder. Kelly winning when she should have lost again got more screen time than Zack Ryder.
John Cena winning again when he should have lost got more screen time than Zack Ryder.
Stupid overbooked finishes got more screen time than Zack Ryder.
I would have liked it if Zack Ryder got screen time in an overbooked finish. Like, if Zack Ryder had come out during that main event, clusterfuck, I would be so happy right now because they'd be actually doing something with him.
I'll be a mark for WWE right now and say that fuck Daniel Bryan. He shouldn't have even gotten a dark match. Zack Ryder should have defended the Internet Championship in a dark match.
Yes.
Because that would have been the best indicator, like the perfect reflection of Zack Ryder's status.
You mean that he has no status?
Yeah, he's a title holder, but not really. Whatever.
Title holder-ish.
Yeah, that's the dark match.
I'm No Leaf Clover.
I'm Backlash, and I've been playing Minecraft this entire time while we recorded.
Really, I've been playing Madden.
I'm Allie.
No, you're not.
No, you're not Allie. Allie is Allie.
And for Tifus, I'm sure he would have said he's in the danger zone.
Yeah,
I just know he would have killed me if we didn't finish with that.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, oh shit, dropped my phone. Good night.
And good luck. Cue music.
I don't think we have ending music.
That show was horrible.
Oh, we have ending music.
We do?
Same thing as the intro music.